everyone, it's Maggie here with your top 10 things happening at St. Joe this week. I'm going to dive right in with number 1, Señor de los Milagros. It's the entire reason why I'm sitting here next to these stained glass windows. For those of you who have been in our church, which I think is most of you, we have a couple of things that are by these stained glass windows that you might not know much about. One we know a little more about, it's Our Lady of Guadalupe, which we celebrate in December. We also have another thing over here, it's a painting. It's Jesus on the cross with a couple other figures. I believe one is Mary Magdalene. I think the other one is Mary. The Peruvians out there are face palming because this is like a huge deal, guys. This Sunday is the celebration of Señor de los Milagros, which is the Lord of Miracles. And it happens to be the title of that painting. It's a huge Peruvian celebration, and in Peru they do a big procession, and it's one of the biggest processions of any kind of artifact or anything in the entire world. We have an awesome Peruvian population here at St. Joe, and so we celebrate it too. This Sunday there is going to be a Mass, as always, in Spanish at 1 p.m. There will be some special things for Señor de los Milagros, and then afterwards there's going to be a huge celebration with lots of food and music, and it's going to go on until they just decide to stop. And we are inviting the entire parish. You know, if you have not celebrated Señor de los Milagros, like probably most of us, this is your chance. It's the first event of what we're going to be calling our We Worship Together events. You'll be hearing a little bit more about that at the end of the top 10. If you're thinking, we worship together, okay, cool. I just got used to celebrate community, but I think I can do this. Don't worry, we're not moving on so fast because I have a recap of our favorite event that celebrates community here. Number 2, Sausage Supper. We want to say a big thank you to everyone who made the Sausage Supper amazing this past weekend. We had our Sausage King and Queen, Sean and Katie. The fruit stand over on Manchester helped us with our decor, so go check them out. We also had a lot of our ECLC families there, the Knights. The Academy of St. Louis made an appearance and helped out. And all our volunteers from the Sausage Cart Gang who pulled through this year, and all of our awesome kitchen volunteers, our sausage cookers. We had a huge turnout from our Hispanic and Portuguese parishioners. A lot of them were in the kitchen, serving in the cafeteria and the dining room. And I also saw tons of people from all our different communities, the Acts community, etc. Thank you all for giving of your time. And a big thank you for those of you who came out to celebrate community with us. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about our raffle winners who had an extra great time. We had our big cash raffle, and the big prize went to Kathy Dobrinsky. That's $2,000, and then our second prize went to Dan Kramer. And that coveted wheelbarrow of booze went to Matt Zufall. The Xbox went to Patricia Wheeler, and that quilt went to Ty Callahan, who is now very cozy and warm. Whew, that was a lot. So let's move on to number 3, because the Sausage Supper fun doesn't stop with sausage sales and a survey. This weekend we still have some raw, uncooked, frozen sausage in the parish office, so we will be selling that after all of our masses. Our ambassador will be in the parish office doing that, as well as other ambassador things. And that's right, I said a survey as well. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we will have a Sausage Supper survey going out to our parishioners. Katie Markowitz is working hard on that, and we're excited to work hard on making the Sausage Supper even better the next year and the year after that. And when the Sausage Supper fun stops, then more fun comes with number 4, Luke 18. Luke 18 is not this weekend, but next weekend, everybody. So you 7th and 8th graders out there, registration is open. You can find forms on the website. It's on the middle school ministry page and on the high school ministry page as well, just to be sure. You can print those out and turn them in the next week. And for those of you who love to give back, the fun doesn't stop for you either with number 5, the St. Vincent de Paul Food Drive. That's going on until October the 24th, so you got another week or so of that. You can find the items that they need in the bulletin and in the flak note, and you can drop them off in the white bins on the upper lot. And for those of you who'd like to relive the thrill of the Sausage Supper raffle, we have number 6, Lily and Hammer drawing this weekend. Those of you who have been around the last couple weeks have seen how awesome that walkway in the courtyard has gotten. And we got some more courtyard improvements on the way. So you can still join the Lily and Hammer Club. You can find a link on the website and join just in time for the drawing coming up. Our courtyard and our parishioners thank you. Alright guys, it's finally kind of that time of year again. I'm wearing long sleeves. We haven't had that kind of weather. When the air gets cold and the days get shorter, we all know it's spooky season. Number 7, we have Trunk or Treat coming up. Trunk or Treat is going to be on the Friday before Halloween, so that's only 2 days before that spooky day. You can find details on how to register in the bulletin and in the flak note. And a lot of you know it's not just spooky season, it's Respect Life Month. Number 8, we have 40 Days for Life next week on October 21st. You can find information in the bulletin and in the flak note on how to sign up for an hour. And another thing we do around this time of year is number 9, directory updates. Have you moved? Have you gotten rid of your landline and just gone to cell phones all the time? Does your ministry have a new way to contact them? If you answered yes to any of these questions, go ahead and contact Maureen O'Reilly and she will get that updated for you for next year's directory. You can find more information about that in the bulletin. And I said in the beginning of the top 10 that we'd talk a little bit more about something. I alluded to the fact that we wrapped up our Celebrate Community era, but that celebration really doesn't end because we are now moving into a new season. And with that new season, we want to highlight something that really has been around all along, just how big and how diverse our parish really is. So starting the second half of October and going through the end of the year through Christmas, we as a parish worship together. Also, celebremos juntos. This Sunday as you're leaving Mass, you'll find a card like this. It conveniently has Señor de los Milagros on there. It also has some Our Lady of Guadalupe and some other things that you might recognize, like a nativity scene. And it looks like a prayer card, but it's not a prayer card. It's actually a kind of save the date. Now, to some of our parishioners, these devotions aren't new, but what's new is that we are really making an intentional effort to invite everybody to these devotions. We want everyone to see how amazing it is to come together as one parish community to celebrate, like I said, this weekend, Señor de los Milagros. We have All Souls Day in November, but it's also Dia de los Muertos. And December is not just time for Advent, it's Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, so Our Lady of Guadalupe is also there. We'll also invite our Hispanic and Portuguese speaking parishioners to our Advent Candlelight Mass. And then we'll all come together on December 21st for a bilingual reconciliation service to prepare ourselves for the coming of Christ. And many other celebrations and acts of service, like a Christmas tree lighting, and especially our Fertile Missouri outreach that we have done. It's going to be the same weekend as Our Lady of Guadalupe, so we're just excited for everyone to really dive into all of these things that we do together. So that's it for our top 10 at St. Joe this week. I hope I see you at Señor de los Milagros this Sunday, and get excited. Celebremos juntos!